because he's put so many people on. Neil Long was in the movie.
And see, his pay is different. And if you want to ask somebody, if you want to compare to what somebody gave you for one movie, and it was your breakout movie or your first movie, you ain't
in no $300 million budget movie.
You ain't in that yet. And so I hear people talk about he don't pay a lot, but every that did his movie took off and went and got paid.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. I know what you're saying.
I didn't get paid. I got a decent pay.
Yeah.
But the money that I made from being in the movie was
now your stand-up. Now you hotter in your stand-up.
Now I'm hotter in my stand-up.
Now instead of doing, not that there's anything wrong with a 200 seat. Now you're doing 500. Now you're doing 1,000. Now you're doing 2,500.
Yeah.
Hey man, they put it in the mug.
Now you're getting your money. And see, they got to look at it. You have to in this business here as an actor, as a comedian. When you first starting out, because everybody got to start somewhere, you have to plant a seed.
Yes. For
the flower to grow. You're not going to get an instant. Well, some of these dudes is getting instant flowers, but the flower pot gonna pop in a minute. It's gonna break, and your ass gonna melt down back into the soil because it ain't a seed. It was sitting in a pot.
There is a report that there is a last Friday.
It's the last Friday. I just sat with me, Ice Cube, Aaron Magruder, and DJ Pooh just sat in a room, and we've been writing it.
Right.
So it's gonna be off the hook.
So what can we expect? The 27, 28?
Hopefully 26. Hopefully we'll come out.
26?
Yeah, probably 27.
Yeah.
Damn, how you know this shit more than me?
So I mean, is it bittersweet? Because you've been at this thing, it's 2 decades that you've been at the Friday franchise, and knowing that it's coming to an end.
Well, it might not come to an end. We thought the second one was the last one. We thought the third one was the last one. But Ice Cube has the ability to keep creating. That gonna squeeze the juice out of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
That motherfucker ain't gonna have no juice left in it.
And Friday After Next, man, how did you come up with that? You cussed them old ladies out. Them ladies come out there with the pamphlet, and you say y'all selling in the name out here, selling in the name of the Lord.
That's the thing about film, and knowing somebody's gonna do something, you know what the reaction is. But if you don't know what I'm gonna say, when I walk up to you, it's gonna throw you off. I got a real response out of them ladies.
Yeah.
It really shocked them.
Yeah.
But them as knowing that they in a movie they couldn't break. So they just went on with it.
Yeah.
That shit was real. They didn't know what I was gonna say. I just walked up to them and said, "Why y'all using God to sell pussy on that?" And the old lady said, "Oh my," that's how she was looking. But they just kept going.
Right.
They kept, they stayed in it, man.
So how much freedom does Cube give you to ad lib?
Oh man, that's what he do. I remember I went in the script. I mean, I was sitting in the trailer with him, and he just took the script out my head and threw the mother. I said, "What the f?" was that?" He said, "Come on, let's go." But the script is the guideline,
right? And
we have to say certain words to lead us to the next scene.
Okay.
So it's certain shit that has to be said, and it's certain shit that he's like, "Okay, this scene right here, do what you want. Go ahead in there. And if he had to pull me back, he'll pull me back."
Should we expect some up-and-coming comedians in the last Friday?
Yeah. I mean, like I tell all the comedians, a lot of people have been hollering at me about that movie. I said, Cube he gonna make you audition.
He ain't just handing out no part. Cause sometimes Leo ain't gotta read for no part. Denzel ain't reading for no part. Samuel Jackson not reading for no part.
No.
There's some people that are not reading for a part.
They're not reading for a part.
You gonna read for this part. Even though
not me. I'm part of the franchise.
Right.
But these new guys,
yes.
I'm pretty sure, I respect him for doing that, because the only way you'll see it is if you see it. Like, I can guess all the way and try to pair a person up with a character in a script. But to see it is to believe it, So I agree with that.
Right. Do you think Chris Tucker has regrets about not returning to Friday, seeing how successful that it was? Because in the beginning they said, well, he wanted this much money. And, then you heard other people say, well, it was about his religion, and he didn't want to smoke weed, he didn't want to do all that cursing, he didn't want to do all that drinking. But then I guess, when, what was that movie that he got with Jackie Chan? I mean, they came along and it's like,
well, he was the perfect example of, he might have been the that first started off saying the Cube didn't pay.
Right.
Because I remember he had a joke that said, man, that paid me in T-shirts and CDs. That was his joke that the nigga used to do on there.
Right.
And then, but what he did with that role was crazy. He went and did Rush Hours.
Rush Hour, Money Talk.
So he went and got paid off of the role. Do I think he regret being in it? To some degree.
Why would he regret it? It put him on the map.
I mean, look what he did afterwards.
Yes. I don't think he get. Do you think he gets Rush Hour if he's not in Friday?
No.
I agree.
I think Rush Hour got him. I think next Friday. I think Friday got him everything he was gonna get. Would he have been a star outside of Friday? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was good.
Yes.
He was good at what he did. But definitely the Friday role put him where he was.
It was crazy.
And I'm glad that they didn't do it. Don't do another. I was waiting on him to say he wasn't gonna do Rush Hour. They got a light-skinned nigga that'll do all these roles this dark nigga won't do.
Did you feel pressure? Because even though that was a different character, you were a comedian, replacing a comedian in the franchise of Friday. Did you feel pressure?
No. I didn't feel no pressure because of where I came from, how hard I worked. You gotta think about it, Shannon. I lived in New York for 10 years, man, doing $50 rooms, $25 rooms.
Damn.
You know, yeah, not making no money, man. You know what I'm saying?
So that true, like
not making no money.
We had Roy Woods Jr. on. He's like, hey, sometime, man, all they pay you in buffalo wings and drinks.
Yeah, well, I don't know where that nigga was performing. I always got a couple dollars for performing.
$20?
At least some gas money out this. Roy, where the was you performing that when nigga gave you some chicken wings, nigga?
You parlay Friday After Next to All About the Benjamins.
Yeah, All About the Benjamins. That was a script. Me and a partner named TC, my partner TC, we found the script, took it to a guy named Ron Lane. Ron Lane wrote it, took it to Ice Cube. Ice Cube rewrote it, and we shot the movie. So at least the second movie, I brought it to Ice Cube.
Right.
You know what I mean? He put me in one, then I brought him one.
Yeah.
And that movie was incredible too.
It was. But you said that was like, you had a lot going on during All About the Benjamins. You had a lot going on in your personal life, in your private life.
Yeah.
How were you able to, because as a professional athlete, we have to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
I got to play the game. Whatever I got going on at home, whatever I got going on, the game is the most, so I'm going to focus here.
Yeah.
Now, once I'm done with the game, I can decompress and I can deal with whatever I got going on outside of the game.
Yeah.
How were you able to compartmentalize?
Yeah.
Focus on, I got to do this read, I got to get through this movie, but I got chaos in my life.
Yeah, well, you know, first of all, the next Friday movie, it did something to me. It f***ed me up. I couldn't believe I was famous. I couldn't believe I made it. It really did a mind trick on me. And not only that, I was so upset that I left so many, it felt like I left my whole family and all my friends. Because I'll never forget, one day I went back home and I was looking for everybody to be like, ah.
Yeah.
And wasn't nobody like that.
You minded them though.
That shit me up. That shit me up. And I'm the type of person that, you know, since I didn't get the love, you know, I started getting high. I started doing coke, started snorting cocaine.
That was your first time? No,
I was doing that shit when I was 14, but I had revisited it.
Damn.
Yeah, first time I did it, I was 14, but I revisited it as an adult. And I started getting high because I really had survivor's remorse. I swear to God, I was so hurt that I left so many people back in my hometown, my friends, because I was really out here by myself, you know.
But what were they gonna do? It was they could act, they couldn't sing, they couldn't dance. So why you make it seem like they actually could do something and you didn't help them. They couldn't do what you did, Mike.
They couldn't do what I did. And then I had pressure me on to bringing money back home to buy a kilo of cocaine, all kinds of shit.
Damn, Escobar.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. I came from the street.
Yes.
I came straight out of jail and started doing comedy. I was in the street and I wasn't successful at it. You know, that shit followed me, man. You know, I mean, for a long time I would come back home, man. It was niggas still talking about I owed them money, And I'm like, shit, I can't pay no old ass 20-year-old debt with you with no, man, I tried to buy my friends, I tried to buy my family, I couldn't buy none of them. The ones that were naturally jealous of me, they was just.
It wasn't nothing.
I could do to them. One time, I swear to God, I gave my friends, one of my buddies, some money, and that took that shit and threw it out the window.
Huh? Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Why? It wasn't enough?
Well, I think it was just, I think people's perception of what they thought I had, I didn't have it. You know, I didn't have what motherfuckers thought.
They thought you was Eddie Murphy all of a sudden.
Hell yeah. I'm like, nigga, shit, I'm one joke away from being right back here with you, standing on the block. But
why is it that when I can just speak to our community?
Yeah.
I'm black, you black, so we can speak on a level that we understand.
Yeah.
Why is it that when we leave, everybody feel like we owe them something?
Because we all came from a crab in the barrel syndrome. We all came from crab in the barrel. And if you watch crabs in the barrel, that's what they do. If one of them get out, another one will grab his crab and pull him back. That's why they call it crab in the barrel. And, I think that shit is a derivative from slavery. We all, that shit started, and I tell brothers this all the time, man, we still on the plantation. We just got clothes, we got more money and stuff like that. But if you think about back in slavery, that shit was real. If you seen a brother standing up there with an outfit on in Master's house, you was
You had light skin, you worked inside, you had dark skin, you was outside.
Yeah, how can I get in?
Yeah.
How can I get down? How can I be a part of this? So that shit is real prevalent. It's still right now. And that's what these dudes don't realize is like, if one brother makes it in this business, he don't understand that he's the guy that they use to make all the other brothers rise to the top. He's the guy. He's the center guy. He's the template of what we are. They all compare us like that. I was just sitting on the plane and it blew my mind, but the shit is real. I was sitting on the plane with an older white lady, and people were speaking to her. She said, "Who are you?" I said, "Chris Brown." And she believed that shit. She said, "Oh, I can't believe I'm sitting here with you." I'm serious. I said, "Yeah, Chris Brown." And something must have hit. She said, "You've gotten a lot older." I said, "Yeah." I said, Rihanna and them wore me out. They drove me crazy. I was just talking shit, right? And then she must have called her daughter on the phone. She called her daughter because I seen the lady, she started looking at me like this.
You ain't Chris Brown.
Yeah, you ain't no Chris Brown. But it didn't make me mad because the first thing I said to myself, we sitting on Southwest, heifer. You should know that I ain't no damn Chris Brown.
Right.
She didn't know who I was. She probably didn't know who damn Chris Brown was.
She knew who Chris Brown was.
She did.
Probably.
No,
she probably knew the name, but I don't know.
55-year-old nigga with a schnauzer color gray in his chin.
When you did All About the Benjamins, those lines, 15, 30, 35, 15.
Yeah, them joints right there, them was...
That was ad lib.
Yeah, I was high right then.
Damn.
I was, yeah.
How you show up to work high?
Like now. No, I'm just bullshit. No, you know what? Man, I was 20-some years old. I could do everything at that age. My comedic timing, I don't care what position I'm in, I am able to still tell jokes. You can wake me out of my sleep and I'm gonna crack a joke. That was my calling. This is my only talent that I've ever been able to
harness.
That's right. I tried all kind of shit, Shannon. I tried to go to the military. They wouldn't let me in there because I flunked the test.
Well, that's probably why.
Yeah.
But military take anybody. Damn, how bad are you in school?
You're right.
And military ain't really turning out nobody. They're looking for a few good people to die.
Oh,
damn, you so bad. Damn, Mike.
Oh, stop. I just like all the rest of these niggas, man. It's all kind of can't read into this thing. You wasn't no scholar, Shannon.
No.
They probably let your ass get through the
No, but I was about to take the test. I was about to go to the Air Force.
Did you have good grades in college?
Yeah, I got good grades in college. I ain't have no good grades in high school because I didn't apply myself. I was full of,
So how did you get to college?
Back then, my first year.
Your talent.
Prop 48 hit in 1986, which means if you didn't score 700 on the SAT, you couldn't go D1. You had to go D2, HBCU. So that's why I ended up going to an HBCU.
Yeah, that's why you went to Savannah State.
Yes.
You was too good to be there. You supposed to been in Notre Dame, some
Georgia, Texas, somewhere like that. But you know what's the best thing to happen?
Why?
Because I sincerely believe I went to a university
where you could get off.
They cared about me.
How did the NFL find you in that little school?
When you good, they find you.
Them numbers, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I think the thing is, Mike,
you don't think your brother put a little light on you?
Because guess what? He couldn't catch no passes for me. Now, obviously, there's like, he has a brother. Okay, let's go see what he's like.
Yeah, come on now. Don't take nothing for Sterling.
No.
They're
going to say, yeah, he has a brother. Well, why is he at Savannah State then? If he that good, why is he at Savannah State? His brother's at the University of South Carolina. Then they see me play. Okay, he's big, he's fast. Okay,
they got
raw.
The tape on you.
And the thing is that obviously we don't have a wide receiver coach, a tight end coach, a running back coach, a O-line coach, a this coach. We ain't got 15 coaches on offense and 15 on defenses. So they look at me as like, okay, he's raw. But with some coaching, we think we can find something for him to do in the NFL. He's big, he's fast, he's strong.
So when you came in the NFL, they wasn't checking for you like that. You had to earn it.
Oh, you got to get it. Because you got to realize, though, Mike, I went to an HBCU where HBCU wasn't cool. You see everybody how they hype up HBCU now? It wasn't no ESPN, wasn't coming to no HBCU.
Looking at you like you wasn't shit.
Yeah, man. They was, you went to a college in a strip mall. People was making jokes about it then. Yeah, they making jokes. Now it's a big thing going to an HBCU.
A strip mall.
Damn. Hold on. Was Lil' Kim supposed to be in All About the Benjamins?
She auditioned for it.
Damn.
She was
gonna be your wife or your girlfriend or something?
She was gonna be. If you watch All About this, I think she was gonna be Cube's girlfriend.
But you've been in movies with like Whitney Houston was with Sparkle with you, was you?
Yeah, I was in Whitney Houston's last movie, man. It was crazy to be in the movie because she was a lot different person in the movie world than she was in the music world.
Really?
Yeah, man. When she was on the set, she was really, really calm. She was really cool, and she was really serious.
Right.
And what threw me off with that, I was like, damn, this ain't the Whitney everybody be saying.
Right.
Because I think in the film world, she was a great actress. She was an incredible actress. She wasn't just a good singer. Mm-hmm. She was a performer.
Right.
And she just has some great energy on the movie set.
Is that, you get that a lot? Like you get on the set, you have this expectations of someone, and what you've heard or what you've kind of experienced with them not on set, and then you get on the set and they're totally different than what you thought they would be.
Totally different people, man. And I done had some good experiences and bad experiences.
Really?
I mean, sometimes, they got a saying is sometimes you don't want to meet your heroes, because they're not going to be who you think they are. And that's a true statement. Everybody is not who they portray they are in show business, Some people are different people. You meet them and you like, damn, what an asshole. That's why I'm always cool. I try to be cool with people when I meet them and see them, because I heard all these stories before I got in the show business. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure you did too.
Yeah. Well, people always ask me what such and such like. I was like, I just know what they're like around me.
Right.
I can't speak to if they see you or if they see somebody else. I can just tell you how they treat me. and people are like, I mean, what you want me to, I can't tell you somebody that I haven't been around what they're like. I can just tell you how they interact when I'm around them.
Right.
So you say she was really, really quiet. Did she ever sing on set? Could she?
I tell a story. One day I was on my way to the set and I had to always walk past the trailers. And I was walking past the trailers and I heard Whitney Houston singing she was playing Michael Jackson in the trailer. Mm-hmm. And man, it sounded like they was both in there singing together. It blew my mind. Damn. She was in there singing. I'm like, damn. So it was